Hi, my name is Tori, and today I'm going to be talking about the causes, consequences, and necessary solutions to acid mine drainage, which we as a community need to take more seriously. Picture a river here in Slippery Rock where the water runs bright orange, where no fish swim, and even the insects avoid it. This is the real-life image of the consequences of acid mine drainage, also known as AMD. Acid mine drainage is a widespread environmental hazard due to coal mining, and we need to act now in order to mitigate its long-term ecological and chemical damages. Right here in Pennsylvania, entire waterways have already been contaminated by AMD. More than 5,500 miles in PA are currently being affected by AMD. This is polluted water that flows from these abandoned mines, and it's often laden with acids and dissolved metals, including but not limited to sulfuric acid, iron, and aluminum. To get a better understanding of this environmental hazard, let's see what causes AMD, how it affects our world, and what we can do to stop it. Acid mine drainage is a process where highly acidic water, rich in heavy metals, comes in contact with sulfur-bearing minerals and rocks. This reaction produces sulfuric acid, which can be harmful to the environment. This resulting contaminated water can be harmful to animals, plants, and humans when it comes in contact with groundwater, surface water, and soil. The U.S. Geological Survey states that acid mine drainage is the most significant problem associated with mining. Now that we have a better grasp of what acid mine drainage is, let's examine the widespread environmental and human impacts. Acid mine drainage harms aquatic ecosystems by lowering water pH, which disrupts habitats and reduces biodiversity. The acidity and heavy metals contaminate water, leading to sedimentation, erosion, and bioaccumulation of the food chain. This degrades water quality, leading to unsafe drinking water, irrigation, and recreation, and negatively impacts local communities. AMD causes economic losses in industries such as agriculture, fisheries, and tourism due to the polluted water. It also leads to infrastructure damage as acidic runoff corrodes bridges and pipes, which leads to an increase in repair costs. Additionally, communities near contaminated water sources face health risks from contaminated fish and polluted drinking water. The World Health Organization states that children and vulnerable populations are particularly at risk from exposure to environmental contaminants such as heavy metals, which can lead to developmental impairments and long-term health issues. Despite the damage, there are efforts, both successful and ongoing, that aim to reverse or mitigate acid mine drainage. AMD can be remediated through public awareness, technology, and stronger policies and laws. Acid mine drainage can be managed by neutralizing acidity with lime, treating contaminated water through wetlands and water treatment plants, and isolating or relocating mine water away from oxygen and pure water. Additional methods include flooding abandoned mines, controlling bacteria that causes AMD, and diverting surface water away from contaminated water areas. Each year, the Abandoned Mine Lands AML program allows states to set aside 30% of AML funding into accounts that accrue interest and can cover the perpetual costs of water treatment. The Appalachian Citizens Law Center states that there is growing momentum in Congress right now to ensure states can use these infrastructure investments for AMD cleanup. In fact, Senator Bob Casey of Pennsylvania has indicated he is working to include language that would ensure these funds can be used for AMD in legislation for FY22. With our knowledge and technology, we can fix the consequences of acid mine drainage, but only if we act now. Acid mine drainage is a dangerous byproduct of mining that poisons ecosystems and communities. It poses a real ongoing threat, but through science, policy, and public awareness, it can be controlled. It's time to stop ignoring the damage beneath our feet and treating clean water like the treasure it really is.